The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 13th of January 1660. Coming in the morning to my office, I met with Mr. Fadge and took him to the Swan. He told me how high Hasselbrig and Morley the last night began at my Lord Mayor's to exclaim against the City of London, saying that they have forfeited their charter, and how the Chamberlain of the City did take them down, letting them know how much they were formerly beholden to the City and Company. He also told me that Monk's letter that came to them by the sword-bearer was a cunning piece, and that which they did not much trust. But they were resolved to make no more applications to the Parliament, nor to pay any money unless the secluded members be brought in or a free Parliament chosen. Thence to my office, where nothing to do. So to Will's with Mr. Pinkney, who invited me to their feast at his hall the next Monday. Thence I went home and took my wife and dined at Mr. Wade's, and after that we went and visited Cattau. From thence home again, and my wife was very unwilling to let me go forth, but with some discontent would go out if I did. And I, going forth towards Whitehall, I saw she followed me, and so I stayed and took her round through Whitehall, and so carried her home angry. Thence I went to Mrs. Jem, and found her up and merry, and that it did not prove the smallpox, but only the swine-pox. So I played a game or two at cards with her, and so to Mr. Vine's, where he and I and Mr. Hudson played half a dozen things, there being there Dick's wife and her sister. After that I went home, and found my wife gone abroad to Mr. Hunt's, and came in a little after me. So to bed. As an appendix to that day, George Pinkney was a parish clerk of St. Benet's, Paul's Wharf. His hall was that of the Company of Parish Clerks, of which he was this year under warden. Mr. Wade was a neighbour of Samuel Pepys's in Axyard, and Cattau was Kate Sturpin, a maidservant to Elizabeth Pye of New Palace Yard.